The Columbia River was the lifeblood of this community for many, many years. It's attracted people here for centuries, and it still does today.
The waterfront is the crown jewel of St. Helens. St. Helens was a paper mill town, but now that's passed. The city is changing and the focus is changing.
I absolutely believe that St. Helens is a special place. The small town atmosphere here is just incredible. Life along the Columbia River is incredible. It's a very close-knit but welcoming community here.
It's beautiful, but it also provides a quality of life, and there's history and just a great place to live.
St. Helens has been a mill town, has a reputation for a mill town. It was known as the paycheck city. People would come all over to come get their paycheck and work on the mill. That industry changed, went away. I've been sitting here underutilized for the last 20 years. The city actively went to pursue the property and acquire it and ensure its future for a positive outcome that benefited the public interest.
The city has been blocked off from the water for decades. There's been no public access, and here we are with people walking around and enjoying the water and the views. It's incredible.
So the significance of all that chain link fence coming down, I don't think you can go out there in a day and not see families and people walking their dogs on the waterfront, and it's exciting because we're bringing people back to downtown.
We have a beautiful waterfront in our city, and there's a lot of people that don't know it. So we're trying to get a little more focus down here.
What we're creating is something that is bigger than any of us, that is going to be here for generations. I mean, that's the key element right there.
The projects at St. Helens Waterfront are complex and transformative and provides the opportunity for the community to reimagine how it interacts with the river.
We are absolutely committed to including the community in these decisions. So that has included public forums to provide the opportunity for the citizens to ask questions and to give their points of view. These decisions are going to change the face of St. Helens for 100 years or more.
St. Helens has aspects of its history that can be divided up, I think, into different categories. And you see that with the pre-settlement, with the natives that have lived here for many, many generations and called this area home. And then you see the sea captains coming in and the loggers and the mill workers and all of these mills and these larger industries that came in and employed hundreds and hundreds of people and encouraged people to come here to St. Helens and call this home. You look at old pictures and it was a busy place. There was lots of people. Later years, there were cars lining the street. Way back when, the Strand was the downtown area of St. Helens. And it's hard to picture that when you look at it today, but there used to be businesses that lined both sides of the Strand. St. Helens has had some downtimes after big heyday when lots of people were here and working and flourishing. I think it's safe to say we've been in kind of one of those quiet times now for a while, and so I'm optimistic that good things are coming in the future and that this is going to continue to remain a great place to live and to raise a family and to find a job and work. And so I hope that's true.
All of the mills have closed, and that's changed St. Helens because we have a large number of people moving in and we have a large number of people who've been born and raised here. And I believe it's about 80% of our community works in the Portland metro area. So that piece, I think, is huge, the transitional change between St. Helens 30 years ago and St. Helens today. And it's exciting because this is a gem of a community. The location, we're right on the water, close to the ocean, close to the mountains. We've got the metro area right close to us. Who wouldn't want to be here?
And if there's a possibility of bringing the cohesion of those that are new to town and those that have lived here forever, because change isn't always bad. In fact, it's usually a good thing, but it's hard. So if we can meld those two worlds together, would be our biggest hope.
I can see St. Helens becoming really an exciting place to be. If you look at waterfront developments in other communities, that's the life center. And if you bring the life center down, then other businesses are happy to come here and locate here.
I think there's sometimes a feeling when you're about to have a big development come in, is something going to be taken away from me? Part of what we know through how main streets have survived in other parts of the country is that actually when we work together and we support each other, everyone benefits. The pie doesn't get smaller. There suddenly is just a lot more pie.
We're never going to have everybody agree on all aspects. But if we have transparency and we understand the pros, the cons, the difference of opinions, the difference of perspectives, then we can agree as a city, as a team, that we're making the right choices, even though it may not be the choice that everybody agrees with. If there's justification and clarification behind why those decisions were made, it's much easier to accept as a community.
When we engaged the community about 5 years ago, the most important thing we heard from them was that public access to the water was what they wanted to see on the site. And so the Riverwalk presents that opportunity to do just that. We want to design public access for people to get to and view the river.
This particular project is so critical for our city because it's the future. This is where we're going to connect the city with a brand new waterfront and Riverwalk project that's going to bring the community together to enjoy the amenities and the nature we have here at the city. Very exciting time for generations to come. So infrastructure really plays the role of the substructure for any potential future projects, right? Utilities, streets, sidewalks.
That infrastructure piece means we can attract a private developer who can build housing and can build commercial properties and reinvigorate the site again with life.
The central waterfront happens to be a wastewater treatment plant. It's a lagoon. This is a more regulated site, and it's a little bit complex when it comes for the property development. This is what you call a prime real estate, and we are currently working towards evaluation and the environmental factors. There is a lot of consideration that has to be taken in the design process and bring expertise to make sure we are in actual development area and the safe environmental factors.
We do a lot of work with brownfields development because it brings together both the environmental concerns as well as the economic and community development opportunities.
This is what you call the missing piece of the puzzle. So once you have that in place, you have that connectivity that extends from the Riverwalk, central waterfront, all the way to the industrial business park.
Listening is so important, and community engagement, and providing the community the opportunity to re-envision what that space looks like.
Around the same time that the city purchased the veneer site, they also made the decision to purchase the former mill site. And the goal was to diversify the industrial economy of St. Helens. So instead of one mill in operation, we hope to have multiple light manufacturing users and other industrial users on the site. We've got to have industrial growth to support a diverse economy for the city. And so by getting multiple industrial users, we don't have all of our eggs in one basket, and we can be a more resilient economy in the long run.
This development, as it comes, is going to bring a lot of civic pride if it's done properly, and a lot of civic joining together. Our 13 Nights on the River and our 4th of July thing and Halloween Town, and you look at it, I mean, we fill up the town. It's not just kind of a bunch of people come.
We have a wonderful community, and I think that's why so many of us come back to it. So forming something that we can leave our children is really important.
With this redevelopment effort, we've done a lot of community engagement, extensive involvement in the planning process, and it's really cultivated a sense of we can, we'll do this together. It's really a community project. It's really heartwarming to see that many people that care about their community so much and the connection to the water and the importance, and they really see this property as the future of St. Helens.
We have a beautiful blank slate right next to our existing downtown. We have a history. We have the waterfront. We have all of this amazing wildlife, and it's right here. It's right here and ready for us.
Let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling about the waterfront. Please check out the city website and get yourself familiar with the waterfront redevelopment. It's wonderful. Take a look, get involved.
This is sort of how we do community and economic development in Oregon. We are a very collaborative state.
A project like this is not for the faint of heart, and the city is in a unique position that we can afford to be patient and really focus and get it right. It's not about moving fast, it's about getting it right.
Again, it's not a mill town anymore, but it can be a riverfront town.
No greater place than St. Helens.